Welcome to our latest episode, a very special one for more than one reason. We spent the last 7 or so months in Ubud waiting out one of the worst rainy seasons we have experienced since moving to Bali in 2020. It basically started raining in November last year and didn't stop until the end of June, a long, dreary and wet 7 months. Whilst we would have liked to start with our project in North Bali, it simply wasn't possible, as even up there the rain was relentless and our land was flooded for many months. So we made the most of this time and directed our energies towards our personal creative projects, as well as revisiting the building plans for up north. And also this guy here, look how massive he is. So I wouldn't mind cutting him here. The gate, the bridge block. But yeah, I think maybe a screen here would be nice.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Sudah tahu ya. Untuk aja sudah bagus ya. Ya. Sudah bisa. Tahu ya?
20 ya? Okay.
Belum kah?
On the few days of sunshine in between weeks of heavy cloud cover and monsoon-style rain, we were able to knock off some of those final jobs that still remained left after almost 5 years. It seems kind of surreal to say that after all this time, the house and garden is now 100% finished, and exactly the way we had envisioned it all those years ago. Well, maybe not exactly 100%, but certainly close enough. To say we're happy to be finally done would be a huge understatement, however. You would think that now was the time to sit back and enjoy the home that we have worked on so hard, that we have spent so many hours of sweat, blood, and tears on. But you've probably guessed it from the tone of this video so far that that is not really the case. Far from it. If you've been in Bali recently, you would have probably noticed the unprecedented rise in building constructions. More and more rice fields are being converted into huge concrete villas with no regard whatsoever to the environment and lacking any proper town planning. Infrastructure across the island is completely exhausted and the traffic is stifling almost everywhere. Our little village that was once frequented by rice farmers and the odd occasional scooter has fallen victim to several large-scale villa constructions as well. High concrete walls are now replacing the simple coconut-fringed dirt paths of the past, and so-called luxury, air-conditioned boxes take up the very same piece of rice paddy that the cows and the chickens used to call home. The kingfisher has nowhere to sit and sing his song anymore, as the last branches have been hacked off for the sake of profit. And of course, we're part of the problem in some way, but I dare say that there's a big difference between building a home that blends into and respects nature and these large-scale constructions that destroy absolutely everything in their path. So it goes without saying that the vibe in Ubud has become a very transactional one. Hordes of imported workers from other Indonesian islands flood the local Balinese villages, inevitably creating frictions due to their different backgrounds, religions, and way of life. Plywood boxes appear in rice fields overnight, creating substandard makeshift accommodation for these workers who earn barely enough to feed themselves, never mind the families they're hoping to support back home. Burglaries are becoming more frequent as the possessions and homes of the foreigners are in full view. The contrast is stark and uncomfortable, not just for us, but surely for them as well. In light of these developments and some other sad events that you will learn about towards the end of this video, we're sorry to say that our short love affair with Ubud has come to an end. We don't regret having built a home in this town, but sometimes circumstances change quicker than you would like, and you don't feel connected to the place you once loved anymore. And it's never good to hold on to things that don't feel right anymore. When things are no longer serving you, it's usually time to let them go. But getting back now to those little unfinished jobs I mentioned earlier. One of those jobs was to replace the guttering on all buildings, as they leaked and often overflowed in the heavy monsoon rains. When we first put the gutters on, there weren't as many options available as there are now, and so we chose something that couldn't really withstand the sheer volume of water at the worst of times. With the construction boom in Bali, the building-related product offerings have increased significantly, which meant that we were finally able to find better gutters. Another reason as to why the gutters leaked was that our roof overhangs had always been slightly too short. This is one of those learnings that only comes with living in a tropical environment for several years. To fix this issue, we cut pieces of calciboard to size and slid them underneath the roof sheets, meaning they could direct the water into the new gutters much more efficiently.
Dig that out.
Yeah.
And just put a bit of, there may already be cement under there.
Yeah.
Just want to clear that out.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
if it's not, you're getting to run some. How do you finish your brekkie?
We also did some long overdue maintenance work on the drainage along the path in front of the house, put the remaining steel angles on the edge of the bedroom roof, and made a couple of concrete steps. We added a few more stepping stones to the gravel in the garden, which completes the landscaping and garden work. The ongoing maintenance of the house and garden is now done by Made, our full-time staff who has been with us since the beginning of last year. We're so grateful for everything he does, as we now need to turn our full attention to our new project, which we hope you will follow along as well. That's better.
Karena kalau dulu untuk lokal musim hujan tanam jagung bagus. Kalau hujan 3 hari habis, mati. Tidak bagus ya.
shouts bagus, bagus. Kursi bagus.
So do the first one again.
So you can start to use it. Okay. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, see? Okay, turn them off.
So it ran back and it came through here. What? Maybe, do you think maybe the Kelsey just isn't long enough?
It's not going to, no, because it's the, yeah, it could be, but you can't go too much further because it'll still run back.
I'll never open it at once. Why do you think super potato design?
Oh, they've got some really cool architectural studio names in Japan. It's like doing curtains in the bedroom of black.
Biasa saya masuk sudah buka ya, sudah buka.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool.
This was the final episode of our Ubud build journey, and we would like to thank you for the support, all the great comments and emails saying hello and showing interest in our build journey. We hope that our episodes provided a little bit of inspiration for all those DIYers out there, and we can't wait to share our next journey with you as well. It's going to be big.
Yeah.